Hey everyone, it's Lanso90 here, and welcome to Let's Play Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. So as before, we're dealing with Apocalypse. What are we up to now, like 4.0 at this point? So you'll have to bear with me if the volume of the music is too loud or too quiet. It's gonna be pretty difficult to deal with. That's the way of the road these days. Way of the road. So, been a while since I've played yet again. Going to start being a more common theme, I think, because I've had to change my sleep schedule, and now the times when I'm up is when everyone else is up and they want to play other video games with me, and it makes finding time to record more difficult. Let's see. We ate a bunch of stuff recently. We have a Glock in our hands because we were going to investigate an NPC that got killed. Don't need the Glock anymore. Hard to find the right kind of background music files because there's so many that have like really high peaks in them, like horror type of music, and we can't really use that kind of stuff because we need something that's stable and that's volume. Another thing I've done since the last time we played is I started doing the math on the how long things burn. Somewhat interesting results. It's pretty much what you would expect. The planks are pretty much the best thing to burn. But it is interesting to know that when you're crafting something, it's done in 5-minute intervals. I don't know even what would happen if you try to make this core staff. I'm willing to bet that it would take 20 minutes to complete. So what I would do is I'd put something, I'd save it right before I light the fire, and then I would load back in, light the fire with one object in there while I'm standing in the crafting spot, and then craft until I can't see anymore. And on crafting items, it would stop every 5 minutes, and what would happen is there'd be some variance. Gosh dang it, music. Why can't you just be sound balanced? Please. Begging you. Okay. So go every 5 minutes. And basically, if there's like some random value of how long it'll burn, and if it's basically like it's rounding down or something. So like if we burnt something now that burns for 30 minutes, or no, let's just do 20 because it's a little bit cleaner. It probably would be done at 10:05. But if it happens to roll a higher roll of how long it'll burn, it might burn for 10:10. But if it gets to the low roll, it might burn to 10 o'clock. But if you read something, it always burns to the exact same length of time. It's not too helpful, but it's just interesting to know. Theoretically, if you were very careful with how you prep your time, you could probably get more time out of burning something or not, basically. That's not something we're going to worry about. For now, build this Halligan bar. Don't remember what we were. It's just been too long. Honestly, I was thinking about going out here and smashing this horde of zombies if I can. But yeah, that was what we were working on. We were trying to find a better weapon. Not that I think there is anything that's better. Quarterstaff is solid. It's 19 damage with a +3 to hit. Halligan bar. And the bar's better. And we checked and there isn't any mansions that we've seen. Heading down this forest path might be worth our time though. But yeah, we don't need crude wood and arrows anymore. Remember that. We can make the small game arrows now. So in comparison, they do 0.5 damage. They 210 dispersion. Well, it actually says it does more damage. 0.7 compared to 0.5. I guess we don't really want the other kinds of arrows then. Normally I upgrade to them, but we should grab our card. Not end up not going in. So one thing that'd be tricky about fighting this horde that's down there, we don't want to lure them back to our house on accident. Can we head out this way first? And then if we do elect to fight them, we will fight them from underneath. That way we could kite them further away from our base rather than closer to us. Get the car on the road so we can find it. Let's head this way. Newspaper page. Popular mechanics. People say mechanics are boring. Well, we say prove them wrong. That one particular spot in that soundtrack has to go, man. I'm gonna use a different soundtrack every video until we find something good. Found all the articles that make it interesting to talk about, so you can make mechanics popular. Alright, there's the zombie horde. Now, how many of you are there? We do have a zombie soldier, which is pretty difficult. We don't really have like a line of serious bushes. What would be our best spot? I think over here. We're surrounded by tall grass. Safe mode for working. We want to kite one at a time if we can. I didn't finish the checking everything that burns. By the way, I only checked planks, panels, and splintered wood. Just because it takes longer than I would like. I have to reload it every time to make sure things are getting a fair shake, you know? I want to test like rags because rags are really common. By the way, the wood panels are extremely not good for burning. They don't burn that much longer than planks, but each one takes 8 planks to build, so that are not worth it. So far, so good. There's actually a fence here. Oh shit, we don't want to fight the electric zombie though. Back up. The electric zombie is a whole other issue entirely. Did any of them see us? No. There must be something alive in there, like an animal or something. Go out this way a little bit more. Maybe try to get this child taken care of. I don't want to aggro the shocker zombie though. This is not worth it. If we had our Glock, yeah, but left it behind. This kid doing in a tuxedo and a fancy watch. Alright, that'll have to do. I guess I should grab this paper though. Oh, I could get me in some trouble here. What does other paper say? Hunting goods. Food prices getting you down? Why not get a crossbow or compound bow and hunt on your own? Arrows and bolts are completely reusable. So why not hunt animals like Mother Nature intended? I wonder if there is a hunting store now. Wouldn't surprise me. Just really go for like armor and weapons that are kind of above our pay grade, you know? Usually you'd find some by now. The Halligan Bar is the closest we've come. Get to like a mansion, there could be like full plate armor in there. And it's like real plate armor, it's not ornamental. Shit. Military crash site. I don't see a zombie bio-operator, which that's what's actually scary. But still, listening to zombie soldiers isn't fun either. If a zombie bio-operator does show up here, we have to go. They not see me. Seems like things have been seeing me so easily at nighttime, but at daytime it seems like they're actually having more issues than normal. Which is weird. Are you guys coming this way? Come on. Okay, one is. One at a time, I can take them. Holy shit. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. That one's beefier. That has a gun though. It's a handgun. It's ceramic and super alloys. This is like some lightweight machine pistol. Classified as an individual defense weapon, this advanced firearm developed by Rivtech by the U.S. military shortly after the end of the war, designed to be fired in bursts slightly before the end of the war. Designed to be fired in bursts, excels in close combat. And like the... Even though this clothing is dirty, I'll take it. Oh, this guy didn't have... Oh, wow, this guy... This zombie died and came back to life because he dropped all of his clothes. I'm not sure how, but... I wonder if this PR-2848... I think we started as a security guard that had a baton. I don't know if it's the same one, though. I think the military guys would have a better one. so hold on to our coating. Last zombie. Come at me, bro. There's still a couple more. That's okay. Jeez. When we crit, we just... Oh. We demolish them, man. L39B. Handgun. One's more of a classic gun, it looks like. A selective fire 9 by 19mm handgun, introduced by Leadworks LLCs. L39B provides accurate single-shot placement as well as controllable short-range firepower with its 3-round burst. Uses praises accuracy and fearsome appearance. Comes with built-in red dot and laser sights, similar to other Redworks project. It doesn't accept third-party modification. That seems pretty good. Top leg pouches, winter helmet, boots. Alexa could have Kevlar in it, and Kevlar is our friend. I'd rather have that one. It should reserve ammo a little bit better, especially with trigger happy. Well, I'm glad there's no bio operators here. Bio operators are actually making me want to stop playing Cataclysm because they're so powerful. Like if we had wandered onto this and there had been a bio operator there, it would have just been the end of the game. I really should just always bring a gun with me. Thank you. Always forget to when I really should be. What are you? RN-232 IDW. Lightweight machine pistol that fires 55mm armor-piercing flechette cartridges, classified as an individual defense weapon. This firearm was developed by Riptech for the US. Is this the same one we just had? I'm gonna be looting him before he's smashed it. One thing I've never tested since they've added durability on clothing, or rather durability on zombie clothing, because usually it'll just always be intact. I haven't tested, does smashing zombie bodies reduce the durability of their clothing even further? Basically, should we smash bodies first or should we loot them first? Logically, you would loot them first, but I don't know what that means. Because this game can be about logic, it doesn't always pan out that way. RN-51 assault rifle. Only produced for military use, the Riptech RN-51 assault rifle is designed for durability and easy use under less than ideal circumstances. Its considerable bulk minimized by a compact and ergonomic layout. Rips mods magazine. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. It does have automatic fire, which we'd prefer if it didn't, so that we don't accidentally go full auto. I wonder if camo does anything. It doesn't look like it. Not yet. Maybe one day they'll add camo. That would actually be pretty cool. A pretty good supply drop of stuff. Now I'm going to keep the assault rifle in reserve. Usually just a pistol is good for these early game strong creatures. We'd also like to level up our shooting skill, but we prefer to do that in a safe, controlled environment and not fighting zombie soldiers that we've never fought before. Our bow can level up our marksmanship skill, which will help us with our guns. Other than a couple of these peaks in this song, I actually like it pretty well. The peaks are annoying. Oops, I'm not paying attention. I forgot that the forest trail is like almost hard to see because it's just dirt. But there we go. This is what we wanted. Sometimes there can be mansions out on these trails and stuff like that. There can also just be like hidden things. Bushes are not ready yet. Hidden things that like aren't on the mini-map. And this is another good spot to like look at how beautiful the forests are now. I don't want to keep harping on that, but it's just such a huge difference. One of the biggest changes I've seen in a while visually. Newspaper change. Feeling blue, try greens for magazines. Your local supermarket. Nothing cheers you up like a good magazine unless it's junk food, or why not buy an MP3 player or game console? Chase those blues away at Green's Supermarket. Oops. These trails are so not great. Got craters. Not really see anything in them. I've never really dug through a whole crater before. I don't know if you can find like really good stuff in them. I know you can find like scrap metal and stuff sometimes, but I don't know if you can find like a power armor buried in there. What are you? There's a trailhead. I will say my fears of like, you know, I was really worried about the table manners being a drag on us, because if we have to just like snack on a long journey, we get screwed. But the way that they've changed it so that time just goes by so much slower now. Now that time goes by so much slower, it's actually not actually a problem. Is this gonna be like a really tiny town? I would love for it to be just a super tiny town, but it looks like it might be part of this. I think I want to get out of the trail so we can just start looking around the sides of this city. Just because the forest blocks our sight lines. I want to get close, but I want to skirt along the edge. What the fuck is that? It's not as bad as I thought. Some sort of great Viperian creature possessed of a curiously distorted head and massive clawed appendages. It partially supports itself with the aid of black leathery wings. A monstrous dimension, its form rises and changes before your eyes, filling you with unnameable horror. It's a, what is it running from? Fleeing from something. Giant fly. I think I've seen these before, they're not too bad. It's basically a, an eldritch horror. Not like I would say that nonchalantly, but it's like, yeah. Not as bad as I thought it was. Unless they've added a horror mechanic. Darkest Dungeon style. And just pick it up so we don't run into it again. Okay, it's not a massive town, but it's still large. It's still thick. Little raccoon, are you gonna fight me? So I'm kind of hang around. Yeah, the animal discord, so animals aren't don't take too kindly to us. It's one of those traits that I thought was not too big of a deal. Because if anything, I almost want animals to attack us more so that we can get their giblets. Dude. This marsh is interesting. Swamp. Normally they are not dead like this. You run into little Easter eggs like this when you're exploring the wilderness stuff. I haven't done it enough, really. Ooh, sounds are so much scarier now, but definitely going to be doing it more often. Yeah, exploration may be the name of the game for a while here. Prefer fast-paced access to a lot of cats. Sorry, kitties, I've already fed the one cat I could find. And he jumped into the fireplace. As far as I can tell, I'm not really sure how he died, but... oh boy. Still definitely is the case that it's easier. Let's turn safe mode on so I can kind of hold things down. I wish whoever made the sound effect mod, I don't know if it's on them or not, but someone either in the main development team or the sound effect mod should really get rid of the climbing sound effect for when you step over long grass. I get it for bushes and everything, but for long grass, it's a recent addition, so that's why it's not fixed, but there's so much of it now that it's just kind of dumb. Water. Newspaper page. Labs bombed and further invasion Peru, discounting earlier suggestion of a riot drug. Most of the New England scientific labs were bombed simultaneously yesterday. No word yet from the military about who the aggressors are. I haven't put it together. People are just lying about the zombie outbreak starting. We're bombing our own labs. The zombies are coming out of them. What are you? Side dwelling. Well. Guess we can go into the shallow water with our cart without too much trouble. Yeah. Huh. I wonder if this is an island city. That'd be kind of cool. We don't quite have the, you don't quite have the swimming skill to take this on. We'll start training it up, but we want some kind of swimming clothes so we don't get a huge penalty for being wet all the time. It is cool, but it is like out in the middle of nowhere with no bridge. So that means we can't get our cart to and from there, which makes it kind of not an option. Kind of like the LMOE shelter. It's like, they're really cool, but you can't really use them because it's a lot more important to be able to unload your crap from your cart. But we're all out of time for this episode. I will grab a new music track for the next one. If you enjoyed the video, remember to hit the like button, keep the conversation going in the comments, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. until then, I hope you have a good day.